Good morning, USA. What up, man?
Dímelo.
What's up? What's up? What's up, guys?
I got a cool story for y'all.
All right,
it
what's
happened
up?
today? Literally just happened hours ago.
What happened?
So I don't know. You be going into random people's houses. I mean, you do too when you
Yeah.
book appointments and stuff.
Yeah.
Like today, like I went, I went to. All right, so I don't know if y'all ever heard of like John Nugget, the plumbers, like they're a big company.
No.
No.
Out of my jurisdiction, remember?
Yeah, all right. Well, it's a big company, and they always use us for like tile repairs. So, like, if they have to repair like a shower diverter, they always call us. Well, they'll give the customers our contact to call us, and then we go like neatly take out the tile. So because plumbers, they'll be like bam, bam, bam. They'll destroy the whole shower, which is a good thing for me. But some people don't. They want it neat.
Yeah.
All right, so I go to this joint, right? And I gotta take some tiles out, and then I look to my left, and right there on the on the vanity, the vanity,
Yeah.
right there. Una pija grande.
No.
OMG.
Stop.
They forgot about it.
Yeah, they forgot to put their toys away.
No. Are you serious? Yo, were they
The
home?
other guy, the
Yeah.
plumber saw it too.
And it was like when he came in, I know he saw it.
It
So
was a guy?
It was his wife's.
I don't know.
What the? Yo.
Me and my helper, we were like coming up with so many different scenarios.
Okay, give us two.
that's
Give us
something-
two
that's something
scenarios.
I was looking looking in the closet. I'm like, okay, guy clothes. Looking in the other closet. Okay, guy clothes. I was like, like the meme goes, bing bong.
I'm surprised you didn't see like a plug.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just stopped looking. When you're trying to be a professional, you just like pretend it's
Blinders.
not there. Yeah, it's like blinder doing your thing.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Then imagine, like,
crazy. That's
if I was
hilarious.
me, I would have been talking to the client. I would be like, you know what I'm saying? Trying so hard not to laugh and keep it serious because I'm like, bro.
Yeah, I got a good poker face though, so it's like
Yeah.
inside I'm dying, but there I'm like, yes sir. We're removing these two tiles right now. It should be enough room, and in my head I'm just like,
right next.
And was it there while you were talking to him?
yes,
Or only when
no.
yes, it was there.
just this like
it was just there, bro. And I guess they're the type of people that they're like me, that they don't like a lot of clutter and stuff. I get mad when there's clutter.
Yeah.
I hate clutter. So their vanities are like super empty. There was only like a soap bottle, a cologne, like a brush, and then that
a
junk.
schlong.
In a
And then a
thing.
big schlong, yep.
In a thing.
And a thing, yep.
That's hilarious.
Okay, this might be too. If we don't have to leave this in the part of the podcast, but what if your lady brings home her own tube steak? Are you offended by the size of it, or are you like, whatever, it's just for her enjoyment? Or you're like, oh my god, girl, what the hell?
I'll be like, damn, what am I doing wrong? I'll be like, what you need that for?
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I don't know. There's just like so many scenarios was going through our head, and we were talking with my helper. I'm like, was that the wives, the boyfriends? You know what I'm
What?
saying? What? Like,
Is there a wife?
Are they comedians? Are they doing that to get shits and giggles out of us?
Yeah,
Like,
maybe.
True,
Maybe.
but I don't think so.
yeah, I don't think so either.
Because okay, so the plumber was already there like a couple days ago.
Nah, the plumber. They basically called the plumbers, and then the plumbers were like, "Yeah, if you don't want us to tear it out, and because that tile's custom tile, it wasn't porcelain.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't porcelain. And it wasn't ceramic. It was like some weird gray stuff. I don't know. I ain't never seen it before in my life, so I had to like carefully because he only has 3 pieces extra.
Oh,
And there's 3 pieces that need to come out. So, you know what I mean?
yeah.
So, like, yeah, I kind of chipped a tile, but it is nothing like grout covered with
Yeah,
grout or
yeah.
whatever. So, then the plumbers never went there. So, we were the first ones.
Oh my god.
So, I'm
my
just
God.
like, yo, I think they were messing with us. I don't know.
I think so
man.
too. What is there a wife?
It was just him by himself. A big ass house.
Mm.
I noticed all the other rooms in that big ass house were kind of like empty.
So it's definitely a man's house.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the closet doesn't have anything but guy clothes.
Yeah.
Then you know he likes to
I don't
enter
know.
through the back door. The front door don't work.
But
The back door works.
But that was the funny stuff that happened to me today.
That's funny.
I've never experienced that.
That's
Thank
funny.
God.
Yeah. So what's up? What about y'all? Y'all ain't had no.
Funny experiences this week.
Or awkward moments.
Awkward moment. I had something that, you know, it's not awkward or, you know, funny or anything like that, but you know, I received a phone call from someone that I didn't expect to get a phone call like that. And it's crazy how life is humbling. Like sometimes you can get in an argument with somebody and, you know, whatever, ego's in the way and we may say things that we may regret, but then life will humble us in a freaking second like that.
True.
And if I was a person that, let's say like over 5 years ago, I wouldn't even have picked up the phone call or replied to the text message because of my ego.
Is your baby mama?
I don't have a baby mama.
Such a mood killer.
Could
We were
be.
over here laughing.
I know.
Right?
I was like, this
Such
guy.
a humbling experience.
Oh my God, I this, I that, I this.
Hey man, no, I'm just saying. It's not always about shits and giggles.
Yeah.
But we don't even do shits and giggles all the time.
Yeah, just, you know, switch it up a little bit, talking about, you know, other things. So for me, that was like something that I was like, oh, you know. But anything funny? I guess the cat noise that I made today.
Last night.
What cat noise?
Oh, hold on. Let me play it.
You
It's
gotta
like
put it
sounded like
no,
an alley cat.
don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh,
What do you
come
mean?
on.
It was just.
No.
Was it like a meow?
It was like un gato that looked like he was starving for weeks, and he lives in the alley.
We want to hear it.
Okay,
The-
okay.
The audience wants to hear the cat noise.
Uptight Oscar doesn't want me to play it,
It's
but
not
it's
uptight,
nothing wrong.
man.
There's nothing wrong.
It's not uptight.
It's
just
nothing
like,
wrong.
you know.
I'll play my cat sound too.
Was it like meow?
All right, man. We get it.
I knew your cat was gonna sound fucked up. Why do you sound like some hungry ass alley cat, bro?
Starving Chester.
Yeah, that was kind of funny. I was like, man, well, it's not that funny. I relax.
To me, it is.
Relax.
But you know, I find humor in silly things.
So any highlights in your week?
Let's see. Nah, man, I can't think of anything funny this week or awkward. Unfortunately, I wish I could. Besides my kids just saying funny things all the time, but that's just normal.
Sorry.
You good?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. What about you?
I mean, nothing happened except that incident with the schlong. I mean, and it just so happened. I was thinking like, yo, what am I gonna say? Because, you know, like something funny. Like what happened? Like nothing really. There was no highlight of my day, and literally
Is that a
right
door
before-
stopper?
Yo.
I should have took a picture of it too.
Yeah, man, you should have.
But I'm like, I'm so paranoid because it's 2020.
There might be cameras everywhere.
And there's cameras everywhere. That's when my dad and my workers start talking shit or like saying jokes. I'm like, bro,
you gotta
cut
chill.
it out.
Yeah.
You don't know what the hell's going. Like, there's eyes everywhere.
I
Yep.
know, and the cameras nowadays can be really small.
Talking about eyes everywhere. Did y'all hear about the NSA spying on like congressmen and stuff?
No.
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 Fill us in.
Yeah,
I don't watch the news.
Supposedly it happened a while ago, but the NSA was like, you know, supposedly they were like, yeah, we were just looking out for the congressman because we think that there's a spy trying to like infiltrate or, you know, stuff like that. And you know, I've worked for customers that worked for them before, and basically all they have to do is like type in a few things, go into your cell phone, computer cameras. Anything.
Yeah, they have access to anything that's
And
connected.
there's a rule. So if you're under investigation, they can investigate 5 people from you. Like, so say you're under investigation with the NSA. If they wanted to, they can spy on your sister, on your mom, on Yenny, me, and your stepdad. And then if they find something funny with us, they have that 5 down rule where they can spy on 5 people that are closer to me.
Oh
and
my
Wow.
god.
and then it just keeps going.
And where is this rule written that we agreed to this breach of privacy?
I believe it was a Patriot Act or something.
Yeah.
Oh, that ain't patriotic at all.
Yeah, I know.
See how they trick you
It's
with words?
wild, yeah.
Yeah,
Wordplay.
Usually that's how it
Wordplay.
works.
Yeah. You're
Gotta
playing
watch
with the words.
wordplay. But yeah, so speaking on that, I guess weren't we gonna talk about Project Veritas?
Yeah. So they were. The other day I went on Instagram and I was like, no, what? This guy got freaking kicked out of his own company?
That's crazy.
That's crazy. He's like the founder. But the way it went down, I believe, is the board of directors was infiltrated by, some agents. Somebody. But then everything has, is duality, right? So everything tells on itself. It's like if this guy wasn't anybody important, they wouldn't care. If he wasn't saying anything worthwhile, why waste time doing that? Who cares, right?
Yeah.
So then that makes you think like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. The only thing I didn't like about Project Veritas, James O'Keefe specifically, is that like they always release their content in clips. You know what I'm saying? It was never
Yeah.
it was always like a 12-minute clip or a 2-minute clip, a 5-minute
Not
clip.
like the whole thing.
Yeah, like, yo, let us hear the whole convo because you really don't know. Because he's basically doing the same thing that CNN, Fox 5, and all them do, is push a narrative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I get that sometimes they kind of shine the light a certain way. Sometimes I've heard them say some things and they try to catch people saying stuff. And then I'm like, let's really hear the whole thing, right? But there's a lot of things that you can't say like they're hiding something when literally the board of like the school system is saying we strategically don't hire any conservatives, people over a certain age. We look for young people that are, look at life a certain way. So it's like, even if they only give you 30 seconds of that conversation or a couple minutes, it's like the facts are the facts. And we're seeing the facts out there by seeing who the schools are hiring and things like that. And I one of the things that they uncovered a long time ago that I thought I'm glad that they uncovered it, and Donald Trump touched on it too, was how the left or the Democrats were infiltrating, the rallies and all this stuff, and they would put people in there saying, yeah, we're going to create a fight. We're going to pretend we're part of the Trump and then start a fight and doing this and doing that. And they did, if the footage could be played for as long as it was, I would love to see the whole thing. But, the reality is those people did go do that. You know what I'm saying? They did go and start stuff.
They infiltrate, just like they infiltrated Project Veritas. They infiltrate everything. Like January 6th, they infiltrated. What else? You know what else been infiltrated? You know the Antifa stuff? You ever heard of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're infiltrated by the FBI. Like the FBI be undercover trying to, be like, yo, I want to be a part of y'all, and then boom, they bring him in, and then he ends up being, in the long run, a high-ranking member, and then he gets everybody else to do something bad with him, and then it come to find out he's an FBI guy, you know what I'm saying, or FBI informant. It's called bait, baiting.
Yeah.
They bait you in to do something wrong, and then they lock you up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like drugs.
Yeah. And they do that too on the right with what are the
Get
Proud
you to tell on
Boys.
yourself.
Like the Proud Boys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of one of the main dudes was an informant, the FBI informant.
Really?
Yeah.
So they're just trying to see what's going on and what's their like.
And they get infiltrated by the FBI too.
Yeah, it's a little bit of everything, right? Everybody's just playing the same game.
Yeah, it's like it's wild.
But how come you never hear anything about like Antifa and stuff like that? Like them being, doing this and that. It's always on the other side.
Because I think it's different. I think all right, so let's just use both of those examples, right?
Yeah.
Let's use Proud Boys as an example. I think the FBI infiltrates them to knock them down. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To make them look bad.
Weaken them.
Weaken them to, be like, oh, Donald Trump, racist. He's with a bunch of racist people.
Yeah.
Whatever. On the left, on the Antifa side, I think it's different. I think they infiltrate so they could be more organized.
Really?
Obviously, it's like the narcos. Like narcos are big time snitches.
Yeah.
They snitch on their own people.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, okay, I'm about to bring $5 billion worth of coke over the border, but I'm gonna let y'all
take so and so.
Yeah, this dude driving this 18-wheeler. Yeah, he got 12 keys on him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think they're doing with Antifa that same thing.
Yeah, like they gotta give some breadcrumbs to let them do their thing.
Because Antifa is the ones that go out here and riot, do all that stuff, and they never lock nobody out.
Yeah.
Right? Let conservatives riot, they get locked up.
Yeah, for sure. They definitely do all that. That's
crazy.
They're just manipulating y'all, man. That's why I don't even pay attention to politics no more. It's like,
same here.
I'm like, I do from a far back, but I understand that there's nothing that I could really do to change that.
Yeah, I think the more it's like the same record playing over again with a different beat. You know what I mean? It's like you go through these stages. You're like, oh yeah, the government and this, but then once you realize every YouTube channel, every page, they're just regurgitating the same thing over and over again, and it's like another distraction, just more distractions. But yeah, the whole Project Veritas thing was interesting. It's a good teller as to shit's about to really pop off.
Maybe.
No, I'm saying because ever since social media became such a big thing, more information is getting
out
spread,
there,
right? Versus before it was mainstream, and if you knew some insider stuff, it wasn't so accessible, like worldwide access like now. So
that's why Jeffrey Epstein got away with so much shit.
So that's another thing. Didn't they say that a couple names came out, but we haven't heard anything?
Nothing.
I feel like all of that, there's so many pawns that are taking the fall for the really evil people that are not taking the fall. You know what I'm saying? So, but
it's all connected.
Yeah, I mean, like, that girl Giselle, she's nobody, bro. She's somebody that organized it, but why are we talking about the
Maxwell?
Yeah, whatever her name is. But the list of the people who were at that island are big time players.
Yeah.
A couple years ago, remember all the CEOs from these major companies were resigning before all that stuff came out. So it's like, just connect the dots. Yeah. If you care to. But otherwise, I would just say stick to your goals and your journey.
Make your money, man. That's one thing that I remember. Who was it? I think it was Matt Topala said, before you worry about who's in the White House, worry about your house. I mean, because
you said that last time too.
Yeah, that's the only thing that we can really control is what's happening in our house. What are kids? Are they going to private school? They're going to what are the kids doing? What are they learning? What are we doing? Are we making money? Are we setting them up for success in the future? That's all we can really control. We can't control like politics and people always send me stuff like that. From what we used to talk about before. I told them, stop sending me this nonsense, bro. Like I'm not watching it. I'm not looking at it.
It's good to be like me. Like I still watch it, but it's good to be aware. But it's put it in the back burner because I feel like I've been thinking about that since we were teenagers. You know what I mean? And slowly it's building up and everything. Yeah, but it's better to just be prepared, but also
be aware.
Focus on your future at the same time.
Yeah. So many distractions. Everything.
And then like you don't know what's real, what's a distraction, and what's what.
Yeah.
You
kind of just gotta like any, meeny, miny, mow it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for me, I'm like, all right, man. You got 5 minutes. Our next 5 minutes. Not even. I don't really watch anything anymore. Not even news. I don't know anything about the news.
Yeah.
I'm I'm good.
I like in the morning when I get up, like I do my little like routine as far as like praying and all that stuff, right? But then when I'm downstairs in the garage getting everything together, I do watch news, but I watch alternative media. It's called Breaking Points.
Yeah, I've Breaking Point, yeah.
And they got it's basically a conservative man and a liberal woman.
Oh, really?
And both of them are not like too conservative or too liberal.
They're more in the middle.
They're like logical.
Oh,
You
that's
know what
good.
I mean?
That's good.
And they give good info.
They're not emotional.
And they, matter of fact, y'all heard what happened in like Palestine, Ohio, right?
Yeah.
The chemical spills and stuff. They were one of the first news outlets. Like the same day it happened, the next day they were on it. You know, and the news didn't. They wasn't on it.
They don't like to cover.
And apparently about that, there was like a bunch of places in the U.S. that trains were being derailed.
Yeah.
And every derailing had chemical spills.
Yeah.
That's very peculiar. Why?
Yeah, I'll be the devil's advocate on that.
Tell me.
I mean, I was thinking the same way, right? I was like, But then when you start looking at the facts, is that 80% of trains have chemicals on them. And there's like 1,200 train derailments a year. So 80% of those 1,200 train derailments are chemical trains.
Okay, I like that. That's logical.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Right here, there's a lot of trains that go by.
Yeah.
Manassas, every single one of them it says oil or has that little hazardous stuff.
So, babe, maybe it was just let's shine the spotlight on this for another distraction, because one thing that always happens every single year, every month, every couple weeks is something, a distraction, a this, a that, and it's like, oh my God. If you really were to like hold on to all of that, you would never get anything done for yourself.
Yeah, it's like I'm sure there's a serial killer right now somewhere in Virginia. I'm positive there's something like that the news haven't touched on. And if they really wanted to, like,
they could
shine the light on that.
Yeah, and be like, oh my God, in the nicest neighborhood, we have all these women are going missing, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it's kind of like this morning I heard about someplace in Florida, some man killed like 4 people. It was like the grandma, the ex-girlfriend, her boyfriend, and the dude's own biological kid.
What?
Yeah, he just went ham and just killed all of them, but then saved like an 8-year-old and a 9-year-old. He didn't kill them. He was probably like, I'll let you live.
Oh, they didn't do anything to him, probably.
Yeah, maybe. But
what, mental illness, you never know what they're thinking. So
I'm just like, I thought about it. I'm like, yo, why the hell are they even talking? Why is this made national news? Yeah. When there's murders, mass murders that happen all the time in Nevada, New Mexico, Texas. You know, like, I don't know if you guys ain't heard of, like, the Chinese mafia is actually taking over, like, the border.
For real? No.
Yeah.
Because that's where
there's like actual wars going on right now between cartels and the Chinese and all that.
Damn, they're really trying to take over the trade.
They're like Bill Gates out this bitch buying farmland.
Really?
No, they are. Yeah. They are. And they're even in El Salvador, there's going to be cruises going out there, and the Chinese already been buying a lot out there too.
Yo, did y'all see the gang members in El Salvador?
No. Mm-hmm.
They all right. So Bukele, right? Everybody, dog. I feel like Bukele is gonna be a dictator,
bro. All of these, I firmly believe that all of these political people, they're all down with the like communist regime, really. Because what is politics?
I just feel like the Salvadorians,
it's control of people.
The Salvadorians are seeing him as like a god.
Yeah, how Fidel Castro was being looked at first.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, I can't wait. Yeah.
Mark my words, people. Bukele gonna be a dictator.
The funny thing is that one of my friends, she worked for Congress, and she always tells me there's something about him that I don't really like, and she says something. He's too like.
He's giving them too much of.
No. Because she's seen him in person a couple times, and just the way he is. She didn't say it, but like you guys say, he gives like off that dictator vibe. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
And the only reason I'm saying that is because a little bit of his dictatorness showed by capturing these gang members. Like, all right, yes, these gang members are reaping havoc, murdering people, mass murders, and all that, right? But what did he do to lock these people up?
What did he do?
He suspended the Constitution. Oh. They don't have rights. They don't have rights to it. If you're a gang member, you don't have rights to be an attorney. To have an attorney, you don't have rights Like any basic.
So you don't have
rights
any
for-
human rights.
No human rights whatsoever.
So it's like when they do false flags to get rid of a law or get rid of things like the gun thing in America. They're like, oh, let's create all these false flags, all these problems, all these killings. So we could say, see, these guns, if these guns weren't here, then we wouldn't have these killings.
Yeah.
So it's the same kind of mental trick.
Yeah. So all right. So now after the gang members are gone, now what? Like what's next? You know what I'm saying? Like this is gonna be going on for maybe a year or two, and then we'll see what his next move is because I don't know if it's true. Y'all could fact check me or whatever, whoever's hearing. But a lot of Salvadorians told me that he changed like the. You know, you're only supposed to be president for 5 years.
Oh yeah.
I think he did it so he can be reelected for one more term.
Oh, in El Salvador.
Oh, so a whole decade.
Yeah.
Oh,
So he can
wow.
really make some change.
Yeah.
So he's doing all these little things. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. Hopefully, it's for the good.
Yeah,
So
hopefully.
he just.
But historically speaking, people that get put into those positions are not just coming out of nowhere. They got some kind of ties somewhere.
Saudi Arabia, you know, he's not really Hispanic.
I thought he was. Is he Saudi?
I think he's like Saudi or Dubai or
No.
something.
I think he's from. Let me look it up real quick. I think he's from. Pray for it. Lebanese. I think he's Lebanese. Yeah. So let me see.
There's a lot of Lebanon in the Latin community.
Oh yeah, Paraguay too. There's a lot of Lebanese. Let's see. Born in.
What if he's like a Saudi Arabian prince or something?
He's a Salvadoran politician and businessman, third president, serving since June 1st.
He loves Donald Trump and Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I mean, they say that he's he's like center left. He's conservative.
Conservative
The way
with
he acts.
some progression, and progressive being used in the correct definition.
Absolutely.
Not the skewed definition.
Let me see. I can't. It doesn't say anything.
You always give the people
center left. See
what they want, and then you can manipulate them after.
True.
Hey, I gave you this, so now you got to do something for me.
But anyways, like, you know, I feel like he just wants power. He did beautiful with COVID.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he did lockdowns, but he did send like ivermectin and stuff like that. He like, you know, distributed it around in his, you know, his country and blah blah blah. But you know,
I think when it comes to, and I don't know that much about the guy, but if we're just looking at it kind of zoomed out, they have a couple of sides to play, right? They can play the side America took, which was like
Palestinian.
Okay. America was like, you know, CDC says this, we have to do like whole pandemic thing. And then they're like, well, hey, we'll be more lax. We'll be more about the medical facts, right? About these kinds of vitamins or medications or whatever the case may be can be used because COVID is a virus. It's not a detrimental thing. It may not be what it's really being portrayed as. So then we'll be the good guys by talking about this. Like when we went to the march, all the doctors were talking about the stuff.
Yeah.
If you lean more to that, then the people are going to follow you because you're like, you're speaking logic too. But, you know, manipulation is an interesting thing.
Yeah.
I'll just say that.
Yeah.
And with that being said, what's happening right now with all the truth that's coming out with COVID.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I bet you think a lot of our friends feel stupid for being like extra like.
I don't know, man. Because sometimes people that did stupid things don't want to feel stupid because they want to hold on to it.
Ego, man.
But I'll tell you one thing. I did not change anything about my life during COVID.
Me neither.
I just reluctantly wore a mask where I was forced to.
Yeah.
But I fought that too.
Yeah, I go to the doctor now and they still want me to wear it, and I'll be like, for what?
I don't.
I thought COVID was over. Like, come on, my doctor.
I thought the joke was over.
Yeah.
I get so mad when I have to wear that stupid thing.
I'm like,
I
bro.
don't wear it anymore.
Well, I haven't been back since they announced the pandemic is officially over.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I'm gonna see. Oh my God, when I went to go take the insurance test, and
the Asian lady. To me too. She sent me home, bro, because I didn't have a mask.
no.
I
She
didn't
was
need
like-
a mask when I went.
Yeah, yeah.
This was
January?
before. This
this
was before.
before.
This
Oh,
is like
okay.
a year ago.
Oh, okay.
I went in there. She was like, I don't have one. I was like, well, I pay for this, so you guys should have masks for people that don't. I mean, you don't gotta wear a mask anywhere else. Well, you gotta wear it here. I was like, well, I don't have one. Well, you need to go find one. You need to go home then or find one. Luckily, somebody was like, I got an extra one. I was like,
She's trying to be
So
all.
I was like, okay, cool. I'll wear it, and I was just like this. She was like, put it over your nose. Put it over your nose. I was like, what? And then during while I was taking the test, she tapped my shoulder and she went like that because I.
she's annoying, bro.
Oh my God. One time I was on a
Didn't
flight.
you say she got fired?
I think so. Or maybe that's just a story I made up in my head to make me feel better.
I remember it's just people with their little power trips. I was on the Southwest flight during, the pandemic and stuff. And when you're eating, they're like, you don't have to wear your mask. But as soon as you're done eating, you have to wear your mask because, COVID is like, oh, right now I can't hurt anybody because they're eating.
Yeah.
So I was like, me, I'm always trying not to wear the mask. So then I was like eating the entire flight.
Nah.
I mean, I'm eating ice.
Yeah.
I'm eating one chip. And this one lady, she was like, you need to wear your mask. And I was like, this fucking bitch.
You need to
you stupid
shut
fucking
your
bitch.
mouth.
And then I just, I was like, look, lady, you need to leave me alone. You clearly have it out for me. I'm the only one you're bothering on this entire flight. So when I get out of my flight, there's a police officer waiting for me.
No.
And I was like, really? What do you want? Like, I'm not doing this with you guys. And they're like, you need to give us your ID and we need to write it down because, you didn't listen and this and this. And I was like, really? And I wasn't trying to oblige because that's just not my style. But Eric was like, Jenny, just do it because, we just have to get it over with because they're, this and this. And the cops didn't even want to do it. They thought it was stupid too. Long story short, later I got an email from Southwest saying, nothing. It was like a slap on the hand. It wasn't even like you can't book a flight with us. It was like, shame on you.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? What is the point of that?
What
are we in elementary school?
During the whole COVID zone, did you ever have like an uncomfortable situation with somebody that was trying to make you wear a mask?
All the time. Yeah. All the time.
Maria used to be so embarrassed to go everywhere with me. So embarrassed. Like, she can tell you we went to, they went out of business. I forgot. It's like a sub place. I forgot what it's called. It's not
Quiznos?
No, it's not Quiznos, not Jersey Mike's. It's a real known establishment. I forgot the name. They went out of business here in Manassas anyways, but they had a sign like everywhere about masks. And I just walk in there. It's like during like
the heat of
peak of the hysteria. And legit, when I walked in without a mask, I promise you, the cooks just stopped cooking.
No.
For like 20 seconds, 10 seconds. They just like,
oh my God.
Yeah.
So everybody was hella brainwashed.
They were all like this, seeing to see if the cashier that was taking my order was gonna say something. Yeah, and the cashier say something. I'm not wearing a mask. I'm not wearing a mask, bro.
It goes against my religious beliefs.
I said that. I used a lot of. I said I had asthma and I can't breathe in it. And then the guy was like, "Yo, but you need to wear it if you have asthma. You have a comorbidity." Da 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 da. I'm like, I have a comorbidity, not you.
Bitch, do you know anything about biology? The way the body works, like anything. People like. I want to hit everybody because they're all fucking stupid.
Long story short, like we had like a 10-minute argument, and then we just had to walk out. Cause I'm like, I'm not moving till you take my order. He's like, I'm not gonna take your order unless you put your mask on. And Maria's like, babe, please, just put your mask on. She's over there like this.
She said, "I'll put two on."
I just want a steak and cheese.
Yo.
Yeah.
No, but that pandemic really showed it was a good way to indicate who is really brainwashed out there and who is not.
Is it messed up? Is it messed up that I don't like Bella's teacher?
No, it's not messed up.
Because
you don't have to like everybody.
he still wears a mask.
No, he's
the people that kill me are the ones that still wear 2 masks.
No, you know what's gonna kill you after I tell you this? Her teacher puts the mask on, but then when he's tired of it, he'll take it off.
Are
and
you
then
serious?
put it back on.
Where's the logic?
Yeah, like
Trust
and
the
they're
science.
teaching our future.
Trust the science. Make more money. Put him in private school.
remember when the school wasn't, bro? I gave this school hell.
I
like
remember.
finally, like I met her principal in person, and I told Maria, I was like, oh, so this is the fucking guy that I've been emailing.
Oh,
you know?
and then he sees you like.
I remember her teacher from last year was trying to still make them wear it, and she kind of wanted to wear it. Bella wanted to wear it because she didn't want to feel like
Peer
out
pressure.
of place.
Yeah.
Because she said, "Babe, but everybody in there wears a mask. I'll be the first one." Like,
You're a leader.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I'm like, I told her straight because I know she didn't want to wear it. She thought it was stupid. Probably because she heard me saying it was stupid.
She doesn't really have her own opinion
Yeah,
yet.
yeah. But so I threw away all the masks, and Maria was mad. I threw away all the
That
masks.
was such
in
a
the
good day for
trash.
me throwing the masks away too.
Yeah, and she went. Nobody was maskless except one little white boy, and his parents are like rednecks and stuff. So you know,
those are the best
Yeah.
too. They're not dumb either.
So when the kids seen them, she said that a lot of kids on the bus took off their masks too.
Yeah, I remember the day that it was like the day that they didn't have to wear the masks. And I was telling my daughter, Valentina, I was like, okay, Valentina, you don't have to wear a mask no matter what. And she said, okay. And she was the only one on the bus stop without a mask. And then little by little, people started to follow suit.
Yeah, follow suit.
But
in her class too, when they went out to recess, one of the teachers, God bless whoever, I don't know if it was a he or she, but she told me one of the teachers told the kids after recess, you guys don't have to wear the mask anymore if you don't want to.
After
go back
recess.
in the building.
That's good.
Like straight up.
After recess, but that's just like.
Well, because he wasn't everybody's teacher. I'm sure he told his class, like, yo, y'all don't got to wear this no more. But he noticed that all the other classes were like.
That's good because he understands that he's an adult and the kids see him as an authority. So when they hear that teacher say, hey, guys, you don't have to do this anymore, then they're like, oh, okay, we won't get in trouble. Because I know when I was a little kid, I would always be scared to get in trouble.
No, I like trouble.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, I was, fuck that. I got beat up too much. Not beat up. I got my ass beat too much. So I was like, no, I'll be good. I'll be good. But I would still do things. But certain things I would be like, nah, let me know if I can, yes or no.
I remember when they were like, okay, so in 2 weeks on this day, you can no longer wear a mask. I was like, okay, we don't have to wear a mask. Why does it have to be on this day? I was like, I ain't wearing a mask no more. From that day on, I stopped. I will go anywhere. Go to food places, the grocery store, walking in like, no mask.
Like,
and everybody.
I'll cough on your motherfucker.
I mean, masks didn't even do anything.
Yeah.
You're literally breathing in what you're not supposed to be breathing in.
So everybody would look at me like crazy. I'm just like, like.
You're like, that's all right. I'm used to getting eyes on me all the
Yeah,
time.
I was just like, okay, whatever. So someone was like, you need to wear a mask. And
you
I
need
was
to
like,
suck my...
So I was like, look, let me ask you something. They already said that we don't have to wear anymore except that day. What's the difference between that day and today?
But COVID is going to be at large until that day because it's on a schedule.
I was like, what's the difference?
¿Y qué te dijo? ¿Y qué te dijo?
He just looked at me. I said, bro, unless you're going to kick me out of this store, I'm done having this conversation with you. And I walked away.
Yeah. So the FBI said most likely it came from a lab.
Yep.
Now,
Really?
Something the
3 years
conspiracy
later.
community has been talking about.
since 2001, January.
Yeah, let's not
21.
get started on the dark web kind of information that has been out for many years on all this stuff. But yeah.
And the crazy thing is that that dude Fauci, nothing happens to him.
He's just an
I'm sure
actor.
something is gonna happen, but he's probably gonna be. He's like 80 years old now.
Don't you guys see? He's just
But
like
still,
a character in this video game.
Why can people just spill the beans and be like, all right, this
You know he did the same thing with AIDS, right? The AIDS pandemic.
Oh no,
I heard
no.
about something like that.
Yeah, he was in charge of the AIDS pandemic too.
He's just a person that sold himself out for certain people, just like Hitler did. These people found somebody who was down with their agenda, and they're like, "Cool, you don't have any conscience? That's fine. We could use you to push our agenda," and that's just what it is.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Annoying, bro. Annoying. 2 years we wasted.
It was an experiment, a social experiment.
The economy went to shit because of their experiment.
Did it? I feel like
It was gonna happen
my
anyways.
personal opinion. I feel like this was a weapon. Came out of China. It destroyed our economy.
I think it has like multiple things. I think historically, because of the way that the Fed runs money in this country,
I was just going to go there.
we are always on trend every X amount of years that shit hits the fan because that system doesn't truly work. Fiat currency is garbage. It historically doesn't work. So
that was
like,
a reset.
let's time it out with this and this. Let's also do there's a lot of things at play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's also a good way. It's also a good way to kill off a lot of people. And you also have those 5G towers that are placed. There's one in Springfield right by a retirement home.
That's
and a lot
crazy.
of older people are dying. And hey, where's money for their pension? Hey, we don't have to pay them because they're dead. That works too. There's just a lot of little factors in a lot of areas that if you really start to do your homework, you're like,
Autism's another one.
Yeah.
Why wasn't there autism before 1995 or 92?
The food.
I mean, there was, but it wasn't so popular. Like I remember when I was in elementary school,
It wasn't that popular.
there was I think 2 students that had that, and it was severe. It wasn't mild. It was severe. Now in Nina, you know, 'cause Nina, she's diagnosed as autistic, and Nina's like class. She's the only student with autism that goes to that class not for the whole day, but like jumps in and out. Like they're trying to transition her into like normal classes. But there's like 9 kids in that class.
But look
And
at
that's
how much.
only second grade.
Look at how much the food has changed. Look at how much the earth has been polluted. So everything that we ingest into our body, that our mother, as she's growing the child, is taking in, food is information for our cells. So if our cells are skewed and our DNA and all of the chemical things in our body are skewed, it only makes sense that the product that comes out is going to be skewed.
But if you really think about it, the food in America has been trash for the longest.
But there's a lot more. Ever since the TV dinners started coming out, there's been more convenient foods.
Yeah.
A lot more chemically, food with a lot of chemicals inside of them.
Plastic too, right?
Plastic.
There
That
was
has a
a-
lot to
a
do
lady-
with the hormone, messing up hormones.
Yeah, the lady, there was a lady that went on the Joe Rogan podcast that she was an expert on plastic.
Oh, I got to watch that.
And she was talking all this stuff about how heating your food up in plastic, everything's in plastic cups, plastic plates, plastic this, plastic that.
Storage in the grocery store, all the containers holding things are plastic because it's cheaper to produce. It's just a lot. Once you go down those rabbit holes, you're like, oh my God, I'm literally living in a poisonous environment.
They said penises are shrinking in adults because of plastic.
Yeah,
That's
because
crazy.
more estrogen is being produced for the men and then more testosterone for the women. It's all in hormones are so important to so many things. Like, you have no idea.
Yeah.
They're very, very, very important.
I saw this thing that it was, I forgot in what year. It was like something happened that the cigarette companies had started getting a lot of restrictions when it came down to pushing their product. And then also they started to, market more that, smoking is bad. So what do? They start buying food companies.
Oh.
I got to find that. So Philip Morris and all these big tobacco companies, they actually own a lot of these fast food, like for example, like cookies and um, bread, cereal, and a lot of these quick foods that these our kids are eating, right? They actually own like the mac and cheese stuff. Like they own all of that. I gotta
guys
find
gotta
it. I gotta
Yo.
find it.
Did you hear? And also Monsanto, you know who that is, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Monsanto.
So they also, I believe, are owned or own Bayer, which is
Bayer,
drug.
yeah, drugs.
So it's all connected. You know what I'm saying? The fake food, then you get sick. And what do you need? Medication. So it's like just stick to the basics. Keep it simple. If God made it, it came from God, eat it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh.
For real.
No, I know.
For real.
It's just my way of thinking. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's true though. You can't like anything.
I used to think my mom was crazy because I used to call her a bruja because she's always about holistic this, holistic that. If you're sick, go, she'll start going
El
in the
aceite.
kitchen and da.
Yeah.
Tomate esto, el ajo, el da, da.
That's good.
And I'd be like, man, get that shit away from me.
Yeah.
And then I'll go to CVS and buy a NyQuil bottle.
It's okay. You're raised American, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and she taught me, like, when I get sick, I don't take medicine.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of medicine.
And even Maria would be like, you're crazy. But I still don't like taking those remedies.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just like a little kid when it comes to it. I start gagging and I just can't do it.
You would.
But like when you really
Ginger
get scientific
It's the
about
nastiest shit to me.
I
Yeah,
love ginger.
but it's
Ginger
good.
tea. Ooh.
when you really
I
get
hate it.
scientific about all those like holistic things, it really they really make sense. You know what I mean? Nature's just that intelligent that it's like this plant will do this plant will do that, this will do this.
That's how the the natives, especially in South America, they just grab like roots and leaves and
I mean, look at Chinese medicine. It's been a thing for
Yeah.
a long time for a reason.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, look at us. Look at this country. How many illnesses do we have to have?
It's crazy.
How much proof does there have to be that fake food only creates zombies? TV and fake food.
Someone said, "Oh, I don't feel good." I'm like, "Okay, do you eat fruits? No. Do you eat vegetables? No. So what do you expect?
Do you eat Starbucks every day? Yeah.
You eat trash, bro.
I mean, it's
Fast food, everything."
it's
I'm
true.
like, "Bro, you gotta eat veggies." From this Pray 21 that I did, I did the Daniel fast and I did no processed foods and veggies and fruits, bro. I feel my energy down again. So I need to get back to that, man, and just cutting down like processed stuff. It's just so hard, man.
It's not convenient. That's what it is.
It's not convenient. Yeah, because you gotta make this and
It's
that.
not convenient.
When I was vegan, I was still fat, but I felt like a skinny guy. I've always been fat, but I was vegan for 3 years.
Oh wow, that's really good.
And I felt like a skinny guy even though I was fat.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did some vegan stuff.
I
I've
felt
done-
more like I could do gymnastics. My body was more like
Yeah, energized.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're feeding your cells the proper information.
Yep.
one thing too. Like now, I used to wake up and drink a cup of coffee every day.
Yeah. I cut that
The
off.
first thing that I do is down a bottle of water,
That's
Mhm.
good. That's real
even though
good.
it's a bottle of water out of plastic.
Baby steps.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I started doing something that you told me with the tongue
Oh, scraping
every
your tongue.
morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reason you want to scrape your tongue every morning is because when you go to sleep, your gut brings up the bad bacteria and places it on your tongue. It's obviously trying to exit the
Is
system.
that why you wake up with stinky breath?
Yeah. Yep. So it's good to scrape your tongue, brush your teeth, floss, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I learned that.
So where did you get that information?
I learned that from my, holistic spiritual community
Una bruja.
things. I am, yeah, whatever. It's just, if
I started doing it.
if it makes sense. And then I'm also like, I like all sides, right? I like science, but I like spiritual mysticism. Mysticism explained is basically science. You know.
So
what I'm
you
saying?
grab whatever information that you feel like it makes sense to you
from wherever.
Yeah, that's good.
And then what I've realized is that we're all kind of speaking the same thing in different languages.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like this community saying this community saying that, the business community saying this. Like, for example, building relationships. They say it in so many different ways, but at the end of the day, we're all human, so it makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to that, like health things, I'm the kind of person, I don't need like an hour long extended version explanation of something. I can pick it up pretty quick. If you say this and this, I'm like, okay, cool, it makes sense. Your bacteria's in here, it's coming up, obviously you have the proof, your tongue is white or whatever color it is when you wake up, and obviously it smells bad, so it can't be anything good. God didn't make it smell bad because it's good. It's pretty simple, right?
Yeah.
So then that makes sense to me.
Yeah, true.
Legit.
True. But yeah, man, we've done this for 51 minutes already.
Oh, nice. Yeah, today
Time
we're
goes
just
by fast.
yeah, just talking.
We're just talking shit.
but yeah, man. So it's just honestly, man. Sometimes it's just checking, just listening. Because most of us, we just want to talk.
Yeah.
We don't want to listen. So we just listen, and all right, doesn't make sense, dump it. But actually think about it. Don't just like,
This is foreign to me.
Yeah.
Bam, get it out of my face.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly. So it's like it's uncomfortable for a reason. That's what we gotta ask ourselves. Is like, why is it uncomfortable? It's uncomfortable because for a reason. So like, for example, I went for a walk with my mom the other day for 45 minutes, and she was like, she has issues with her knee, her left knee, and she was like, my right foot is hurting. And then I was like, okay, when was the last time you went for a walk like that? Not a long time. Okay. So your body is telling you not to do that. Why? Because you don't do it all the time. The more you do, the better you're going to feel.
yeah, I agree. My mom would say, oh, me duele el vaso cuando corro. And I'm like, that's because you don't run.
Yeah.
Oh. The foot in the air thing.
Yeah.
It worked.
It does work.
It worked.
I was at a big event. My feet was hurting. So they were freaking hurting. Excuse me, so bad. And I did it, bro. I was like,
woo,
I'm
ready to go.
So tell the people about the foot in the air thing.
Okay, you just put your feet up on the wall, get your butt close to the wall so you're at like a 90-degree angle, you know? And that's going to be good for blood flow because, you know, you're standing on your feet most of the time. And it increases energy, digestion, and it's like a very simple thing to do. You can do it with your kids. You can do it while you're listening to music. You can use that time for gratitude. You can use that time to take a nap. You can, whatever. I feel like a lot of things to stay healthy are just simple. It's very simple, but we just got to do it. Yeah. Like stretching. Oh my God.
That may not be easy, but
simple, right? Like stretching. A lot of people are like, oh, it hurts too much to do that. It hurts too much to stretch. When was the last time you stretched? Oh, when I was like 5 years old. Well, I wonder why your muscles aren't being pulled. Motion is lotion, baby. You know? So it's like you said, why does it hurt? Because you need to do it more. I don't know. It's just simple things.
So you can.
I share a lot of those little health tips on my Instagram because I feel like it's valuable to know. Oh, if you move around like this, it's good for your lower back. Or if you do a certain stretch, it's good for this. You know.
Yeah. So I was all like, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was all like being negative Sally about it. And yeah. Like, you know what? Something told me just fucking do it, dude.
Yeah, why
just
not?
do it.
Just do it. And my foot was hurting that day.
Yeah.
And it just so happened she texted me random. Like, she be texting some random shit sometimes out of nowhere. Like,
I'm so random.
Toro, look. Put your feet up like this. You can feel better.
That's God. You know that, right?
Yeah. And then I'm like, all right, whatever. Fuck it. I'll do it. My foot hurting.
Yeah.
And then like usually when I go up the stairs, I'm good. I can run up the stairs. It's coming down.
Oh, the knees.
Yeah, where I'm like, I do step by step.
Yeah.
And that day I went up and I went down like normal.
Oh, that's good.
So what I was gonna say was it's simple, man. Where when something hurts or feels uncomfortable, usually is because we don't do it enough, right? it's so easy to say, oh, well, that's a sign. I shouldn't do that. Instead of, bro, the more I do it, the less it's going to hurt. The easier it's going to be, and the better the result's going to be. Everything is like that. Life,
yeah, just like your
relationships,
goals.
business,
Yeah.
goals,
Everything.
health.
Oh my God, I'm having a hard time doing this. Does it mean I gotta stop? No. How are you gonna get abs? How are you gonna get millions? Yeah. No, it is. Everything is connected because it is.
Most people are just like, no, that hurts. Pain is what gives you fruits, man.
No pain, no gain. That's what
No
they say,
pain, no
right?
gain. No pain, no gain.
It's true.
But
It's true. I guess sometimes you are figuring out where, you can't do every single thing at once. You can't build yourself. You yourself can't build 500 houses at the same time. You're only one person with 24 hours in a day. So sometimes you're like, okay, am I going to be doing this, and this? Or am I going to be doing this, and this, and this? So, just
Yeah, it's true.
have a plan.
I think as humans too, we waste time because I
Yeah.
catch myself wasting some time,
Me too.
and then I kick myself in the ass afterwards. Like, bro, like you legit just wasted an hour in the shower. Like, come on.
yeah.
Today it took me so long to get going on these mood boards. And I know, and I like cleaned up and I did all these things. And then I'm like, why do I keep looking at my phone? For no reason. I know I don't have any text message right now. I know I don't have any notifications, but it's like a habit that your body's like, stop it. You want to do stuff. Stop it. I got to interrupt you.
Yeah.
And you got to be like, you stop it.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Distractions.
I was doing.
Yeah. That's sabotage.
I was going over our podcast last week, and then I just went in that rabbit hole again. I don't know why I went to Krishan Rock.
This guy.
I was like, yo, let me see what's up with the
Yeah. Because, but it's just about just getting back.
Yeah.
Getting back.
But you just can't. I've gotten a lot better because I remember before I used to always. I'm a big hip hop dude. Like I love hip hop history, hip hop news, like hip hop. And I used to spend a lot of time listening to these hip hop live streamers.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, damn. And now it's like I do not waste maybe 15 minutes, maybe a week, if that. I don't even listen to music no more. Because I seen
YouTube
something about vibration and some about music. And it didn't make sense to me. But more of the story is that certain genres of music bring your...
It's true. Why do you think that so much violence comes out of hip hop? You don't see violence come out of classical music. You don't see violence come out of, meditation music.
And now when I play music, I be playing that.
I'll send you more, bro.
It is true. Vibrations matter. And now I've realized music recently in the last few years is very unharmonized. If you really pay attention to the beat, the harmony is not there anymore in a lot of these songs. And that creates distortion in our vibration. You know what I'm saying? And look at it. Look at these people. There's a lot of mental illness. There's a lot of distortion. You know what I mean? A lot of discord with things. But if you want to bring that up, they're like, "Oh, you're crazy. That's whatever." But nah, you're not crazy. If that was the case, why are they doing that? You just gotta really pay attention.
Yeah. But anyways, guys, that's probably about it for us. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all want to tell the viewers something? I don't know, something positive, something motivational, some.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that stick to your plan regardless of whatever distractions and obstacles come, because I've been more vigilant about my personal distractions, and literally I saw a video on distractions, right? And then I was like, okay, yeah, gotta stay mindful. And literally the next day, or no, within the same day, boom, an opportunity for a distraction came up, and I was like, oh my God, I'm being tested right away. And it happens like that. It really does happen like that. So just try to stay strong when it comes to your goals and if you want to change yourself and you want to do better for yourself, just really try to stay straight. I know when I ride a bike, my wheel is doing this all the time, which is a reflection of my brain, right? So that translates into everything else, how I live my life, how I live my everyday. And it's just really important to keep that steering wheel straight, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, man. So I'm going to touch back on pain. You know, when something feels really uncomfortable, when something feels like, you know, is hurting, like you feel like you're getting attacked or someone say something to you about anything, it's like, think about it. Is this the enemy pushing me away from where I'm going or where I want to go? Is my head pushing myself away from where I want to go? And is my ego pushing me away from where I want to go? Why not push more towards that pain? I went to the gym yesterday and today, and I did not want to go. I told you about that. I did not want to go to the gym. I didn't. I was like, all right, I'm going home, man. F this. But then I was like, you know what? Nah, man, let's do one more. I just kept going with one more mentality, one more set, one more rep. Oh, it's done. Okay, one more set. One more. Okay, one more rep. Okay, it's done. All right. Should I go home now? No. Let's do one more workout. Okay, one more rep. Boom, one more set. And then guess what? After that, I felt great. Today, I feel great after that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when it feels uncomfortable, is it gonna really hurt me, or is it just hurting my, me doing something that I don't want to do? Because most of us, we just want to stop doing because it feels uncomfortable or it hurts or whatever. Bro, keep doing it. It's uncomfortable. Keep doing it. If it's aligned within your values and principles, if it's aligned with your goals, keep doing it. Forget your ego. Forget the pain. It's going to be worth it.
I want to add to that. In regards to your spiritual journey, there are times where you're like crying or you're like, why is this happening to me? Or why is this going on? And you want it to just end and go away, right? And I feel like that is the light is trying to shine on what you really need to lean into. Just like you're saying, just keep going and, doing something you don't really want to do. I've realized that when we face some roadblock of ourselves spiritually, personally, it's not a roadblock and you're like, oh, I got to turn back around. No, it's really like, it's time to face this finally, because that is the thing that's going to set you free to be the next you that's waiting for you. You know what I'm trying to say?
Mm.
Yeah.
So that's a big uncomfortable one. You know what I mean? I hope you guys get it.
I get it.
Yeah, we get it. Yeah.
She's always throwing shots.
I wasn't though.
Nah.
I wasn't. I wasn't. But if
I know. It's
but
kind of like
though.
if the shoe fits where.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's good. Not in a bad way. Shots is like, damn. Yeah. I know exactly what I need to do.
Nah, we good here.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, hey, look. Let us know if y'all want to.
What about you? No.
What?
What you got for them?
For
us.
Don't. She pretty much said what I.
No. I want you to say something too,
Don't
bro.
quit. Never quit.
Don't be a bitch is what he says.
Don't be a bitch. Like whatever it is you're going through, don't be a bitch. Like that's pretty much it. That's what I got.
Simple.
For them.
Less is more.
Yeah,
on the other
less is
side
more.
of that is your strength, basically.
Yeah. And if y'all got any topics y'all want to touch on, let us know, man. So we can talk about it. This is a community. It's not just us. It's everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. See you on the next one, yo.
All right, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. I know you will do it.
Follow, subscribe.
I know you will do it. We believe in you.
If not, Oscar's gonna find you.
Yeah, I'm gonna come find you.
Oh, and we're looking for future baby mama. Over
This
there.
guy, relax, man.
He's still single. He never
Ladies.
told us. He never told us why he was single.
Ladies.
Come on, man. You thought we forgot, right?
Myrtle, where are you?
Yeah. He's prime time and ready to. Yeah.
Chill.
Anyways.
We're gonna